Hi guys, it's Sharon here from Butterfly Lullaby, and today I'm going to be making Mumzee's curry. It's the 29th of October 2020, and a lot of my friends have asked for this recipe, and my family. So here we go. So we've got about 16 tomatoes here. I try and use organic produce when possible. So we've got baby tomatoes there. We've got 6 sweet potatoes, 2 tablespoons of medium curry, which is organic. Some of the curry powders aren't very nice, so it's best to test them out, but this one that I've got is really lovely. And then we've got 3 cloves of garlic. We've got about 6 dates there, 6 to 8 dates there, 1 red onion, 1 tablespoon of herbamare, and herbamare is like a salt replacement. It's all full of herbs, a little bit of salt in there, so not having too much salt. And what else do we have? We have the dried coconut in there, and what I tend to do, I tend to fill the blender half full, but it's sort of just over half full, then I add water. I blend it twice, so I blend it once, sieve it, and then I blend again, but I'll show you that later on. So yeah, that's the ingredients so far, and I'm going to get on with it. Just wanted to say as well, I don't use tap water, I use distilled water. We've got our own distiller, and I prefer this, so it's nice clean water. I mean, what I usually do is when I'm drinking water, I don't just have water, I have nettle and plantain added a little bit to my water. So yeah, so I'm going to carry on. I'm peeling the sweet potatoes. It takes quite a while, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've just cut up all the sweet potato in tiny little chunks. I've diced the onion. Add the onion to the pot. Next, we're going to blend up the desiccated coconut. Now, I've just added that whole bottle of water to the coconut. What I should have done really was added half the coconut and then added all the water, because it blends better then. So that's what I'd probably do next time, is just add half the coconut, all the water, and then just keep going with it. So I'm just going to keep blending it, and then I'm going to sieve it. So you need to keep blending until you get a nice creamy consistency. I've taken some of the coconut out here, and I've put it into this bowl here, and added a little bit more water so it's easier to blend up. And now I'm just going to sieve it. So I'm just blending up the other half of the coconut, and what I usually do is with that coconut I blend it twice, so I get enough milk for the actual coconut curry, because as you can see it's a lot of sweet potatoes, so you need a lot of coconut milk. I mean your medium curry. So I'm trying to concentrate while I'm filming. It's not a very good idea to film and cook at the same time. Then you add all your tomatoes, plonk those in, and your dates and your garlic. Just add all that in there and then whiz it up again. Okay, so I've just sieved the spices and that together, because my family are a little bit fussy. They don't like little bits. So I'm going to add this to the pot. Okay, so I've really used a bottle and a half of distilled water for that coconut that I had. And I've blended, I blended the whole lot once, and I've blended the other half once to make the sauce. So I think that's probably about enough coconut milk, because it's just about covered it, so that's brilliant. I add a tiny bit of pepper, not too much because it can overtake the flavour, so just some, black peppercorns. Just give it about 3 or 4 twists and you're done. And then just put it on low heat, number 5, I've got mine on, and just cook it slowly for about an hour. And then I'll come back. I forgot to say that I also like to add leek to the curry, so I just chop this up and add it to the pot. Okay, so this is what the sweet potato curry looks like after an hour. I set 5. So what you need to do is turn it right down to number 1. Just let it cook a little bit while you do your rice. I mean, what you can do is cook it for half an hour, put your rice on, and then it's sort of like nearly done, within the hour. But it depends how cooked you like it. I like this to be quite soft, so I don't mind cooking it a little bit longer. I like to add wild rice to this dish, organic of course. It's really nice sort of natural rice. It's really good for you. And also I like to try and grow my own sunflower microgreens, which you can see there in the picture, and broccoli sprouts, which you can also see underneath. And I add tomatoes, grated carrot, bit of red onion, chop that up as a salad, add a bit of avocado, and you've got a nice healthy meal there. So I just want to give a big shout out to my wonderful sister Lulu, who I spoke to yesterday on the phone, and she asked me if I could send her some recipes so she can get healthy. So I hope you like this one, sis. And also to my wonderful herbalist friend Chris, who found me through one of my blogs about Japanese knotweed, the herbal plant. And we're just such great buddies. I just absolutely adore her. And Anne as well, who's on my little gardening group, and all my other friends and family. Well, this is me when I was 48. As you can see, I was not very healthy. I was falling over in pain, absolute agony, asthma terrible. Yeah. So thankfully, I met Morag, who's an ex-nurse, and when she took me into her house, and I was allergic to her dogs because my asthma was so bad back then, and here's her witness statement about how she met me and how I managed to change my health from being on inhalers and really bad health to actually, you know, completely doing a U-turn and curing my asthma, now asthma and drug-free. So I don't want any drugs because, you know, I've been on drugs my whole life. To be drug and asthma free now, it's a big, big deal to me. And for me personally, you know, I look at how doctors, governments, the media all promoted smoking, and how I had to, and others with me, you know, like me, with asthma as children, had to breathe in that smoke. And I'm not blaming my family because they were, you know, they were brainwashed. So yes, I mean, I spent my whole childhood, you know, fighting to breathe. So it is a big deal for me. And I think that, you know, for doctors and the government not to take notice of people like me that have actually cured lung health, especially with COVID right now, which is lung related, is very, I feel, selfish, because people have the right to know that by changing your diet, you can cure your illness and be healthier and live longer for your children. So I hope for change, and I hope that, you know, people see our governments and our health minister and Bill Gates for the people they are, people that promote junk foods that make you sick. Need I say any more? So I hope that this video will get shared far and wide, and that we can all work together to save organic seeds, share them, trade them, and create our own organic heavenly gardens worldwide. And a big thanks to Dr. Vandana, Shiva, for all the work she does, because you know, we need people like that in our lives, people that care about others. Whereas some of these elites are just greedy, horrible people that need to sit on the naughty step and get a good telling off, don't they? And have donuts thrown at them. So have a great day. You can find me on my organic gardening group, which I'll put in the description. And I hope to have more healthy recipes coming up soon. So do leave me a comment below. Love to everybody, all my friends and family, and to everybody else out there. I hope and wish you a very, very happy long life. Bye-bye.